what was your call to ministry?
You know what? I never wanted it. I never wanted to be in the ministry. I had all I could say grace over. Being a wife, a mother, and my grand ambition in life was always to be a housewife and a mother. I never wanted a career. I didn't want a position, power. None of that mattered to me. Stuff didn't matter to me. I grew up very lower middle class, but I had a mom and dad who just provided a good home for us and a wonderful childhood. And didn't have all the toys and all the gadgets and new clothes, but I had love. And all my friends wanted what I had, and I wanted to give that to my kids. That's all I wanted. I wanted to be a housewife. I wanted to take care of my husband, cook dinner and bake and have crafts and raise my children. But God had another plan for my life. And so when you marry an entrepreneur, then you become an entrepreneur's wife. And if you're going to help him, as the Bible says, it's not good for man to be alone. He needs a helper, a helpmate. That's what the wife is for. And so, and you heard that thing that says, behind every great man is a good woman, or one, woman who's standing behind him and encouraging him. So I was thrown into the workforce because of necessity, and then eventually because I married my husband. And we loved God passionately. And we thought everybody that went to church with us loved God too, the same way we did. We loved God so much. So everything we had, we believe God, He owns. When you enter into this relationship with God, it's a covenant relationship. Everything I have belongs to you. Now everything you have belongs to me. I got everything God has. I got the better end of the stick. But our companies belong to God. And therefore, how can we use His company to bless other people? Our employees, our vendors, our clients, our customers, our patients, whoever we're taking care of. Our goal is not how do I get rich, but how do I bless other people? Because that's really the life of a Christian. It should be, is use me, Lord, to be your hands and feet, your mouthpiece in the earth to bless other people, as Jesus did his whole life on earth. So we did that in the workplace, and today they call it a marketplace ministry. We didn't have those words back then. We were of the mindset, as most people are, that if you want to go in the ministry, then you go to the Bible college or theology school and you get your credentials, and then you go out and you start a church and you get paid a payment from the church. You get paid. Well, I hate to tell you that, but that's your reward. But anyway, we didn't think of ourselves as ministers, but we participated in ministry even as baby Christians. We did the nursery. That is ministry. You're ministering to the needs of others. We taught Sunday school to little children. That was ministry to others. We taught adults. We did marriage meetings. We ministered to others. God orchestrated it, so we began to go into the mission field, and God put us in places where we could give our testimony, and that was ministry. And as time went on, God led us into this role of being a pastor of a church. Now, we did not want that role. We never wanted anything like that. We had all that we could say grace over. But that was God's will, not mine. Let me tell you, we tried to hire people to be the pastor of our church, and it never worked out. And my husband and I have a gift to teach. So we started teaching. And as a result, when we were out of town, which we were a lot, and other people had to teach in our place, people just didn't show up. So, they started calling us pastor. We didn't want to be called pastor. But people call you pastor. Why? Because that's what you are. And so that began our time of ministering in the church as pastors. Now, that's a hard work. It is a thankless job. You give your life because your life is measured in time and money. And we gave it all to people who needed it. And if today God says, okay, this season of your life is over, okay, bye. I'm okay with it. Right now we continue to pastor because there are some sheep that just will not go away. They love the shed. They love the pasture that they're in. And that's who. So we're here. We're here for them. But this is a new season in my life. This is a new season in my life where I am sharing the wisdom that God has put in my life to anyone who will listen. I want to expand the kingdom one soul at a time. I'm not motivated by money. I'm not motivated by power, position, fame. And God's looking for people like that who just want to glorify God. That's all I want to do.